Hi guys, Amit here with another video for you, and this one's about link building techniques that scale up. Now, one of the misconceptions people have about white hat link building is that it can't be scaled up. Now, it does depend on your tactics, the techniques you're using when you're link building, but to some extent you can scale up this type of manual outreach. Now, one such technique is unlinked brand mentions. Now, this is more useful when you're developing as a well-known brand, a fairly large brand as well, or as a growing one. And some SEO tools have a built-in function to help you find mentions of your brand name or things unique to your brand. Ahrefs is an example of a tool which has this function. And the idea is you would then reach out to the website author or editor that is mentioning your brand or your product and politely ask them to turn that mention into a linked mention. It doesn't even necessarily have to be the homepage link. Just make sure what you're offering is the landing page, as the landing page for that anchor is contextual and natural enough. Next up is linkable audience resource links. So is there a particular audience that you could create a guide for, which is related to your niche, that has a large pool of sites associated with them? Some good examples are things like guides for the elderly, for the disabled community, or for children. It doesn't have to be restricted to just those, but they are quite good examples of communities where there are a large number of sites and they're hungry for content. But essentially the idea behind this is to create something which is a segment of your audience, not everybody, but a segment of them, and you would then reach out to websites within that kind of niche. So where that audience could be browsing and ask them for a link. You could concentrate on just creating one really awesome quality content piece for this community, whether it's a disabled community or somebody else, and scale up a large outreach campaign just for that one piece. And you'll find, even just from the sheer numbers involved, that you will get some links provided your content is good. Creating something that's easy to share can be a great way of scaling up, for example, whether it's an infographic, video content, or high quality images. You could reach out to bloggers in your specific niche and show them your content. Just be clear when you're showing them this content that if they link, you'd like to be credited with a link. Don't just what you don't want is to give people infographics and then they just post them and don't put your link. So always make it clear that you want a link, because they may not be aware of that. Also, remaking outdated content. So let's say you come across a piece which is of exceptional quality and it might even have a load of links, but it's extremely outdated. So the idea here is to create something that's more updated, that's a better version of it, analyze the link profile, and then ask if they'd like to link to your content piece. And this is a great one that I actually use myself. Well, not for link building, I use it for converting customers, and that is a high intent content piece. That's about creating something that targets a keyword with very high user intent. Now, a good one would be a page that talks about important industry statistics, so something like best infographics for whatever industry it is, or some of the high intent keyword where the top ranking pages have a lot of high quality links. Now, these are just a few examples of things that you could implement in order to have very scalable link building campaigns, but these are tactics which apply to a lot of industries, to almost every industry in some form. And you could continue to do these indefinitely for years if you wanted, and you could scale it up, the end goal being to build a lot of traffic and revenue from it as well. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.